So I think it's as much coming out of this Bill Barnwell article as I look and kind of Google it up. And he's doing more connecting the dots in that article with Dak Prescott coming to the Seattle Seahawks after this season. If there can't be a deal if he can't come together on a deal with the Cowboys. So that wouldn't be a trade. The Seattle Seahawks have 4 different directions that they can go with their quarterback position going into the future. They can stay with Geno and put him on a contract extension and keep him here for another couple of years. They can pivot to Sam Howell and bring another backup quarterback in to compete with Sam Howell. They can pivot to Sam Howell, but also package picks to go get a high draft pick and have those 2 guys compete. The other way of getting this done is to take essentially the Los Angeles Rams route with Matt Stafford, where our team is built up, our team is really good. We like Jared Goff, not quite good enough, we think, to get us over the top. We need better. Let's go make this move now to onboard this quarterback who's been in the league for a while, but who we think is better than actually, he's not been in a good situation, or we're going to put him in a better situation than he's been in. So that is another option that does exist there to maybe be something that they have on the table to look at. And Dak would fit, even though you wouldn't have to make the trade for Dak like the Rams had to make the trade for Stafford, you'd be doing an equivalent thing where you're bringing the guy on, you're just giving him the contract, and now you don't have to go into the draft and make those picks or have some young guy in there that's got to find his footing through the early part of his years and make it go. I really don't think that this is going to occur. Dak is going to ask for an insane amount of money next year unless he has a fall-off season, which maybe he does. I mean, Jerry Jones is sort of setting up this upcoming season with the lame duck year from McCarthy to the fact that they've been a little bit odd in their roster building a little bit this offseason where it's not been going for it. It's been more of kind of, you guys feel like you might be just kind of pushing this off to next year to being going and doing something at that time, like maybe making a run at Bill Belichick, maybe kind of flipping everything a little bit around. So that may hinder Dak from having a better year, but even if he has just a okay, good Dak year, but not the MVP-like year from last year, he's still going to command $50, $55, $60 million. I don't think we're going to have the money to spend that next offseason. Not unless they really made it a friendly deal to the Seahawks from how the cap hits them. And I don't think that John Schneider is in all that much of a hurry to get back into that same predicament, which so hindered his roster building ability with Russell Wilson. I think it's a pretty baseless rumor. I think that it's just Barnwell being a guy trying to put 2 and 2 together. It's that national perspective I talked about, where people don't like Geno Smith. They're not bought in on Geno Smith. So they're already looking at with Seattle and McDonald here, and they're going, okay, you got your coach here. Okay, you've got the young talent in place. Now they just need the quarterback. Who are they going to go get? Well, Dak might be a free agent. What's Dak going to go look to? Well, maybe I'll just I'll connect those 2 together. And they're logically kind of trying to put it together, but I don't think that there's a lot to that, though. I don't know if it's clickbait. I think in Barnwell's original article space, he's merely talking about it being what happens when we get to next year and there is no contract with Dak and the Cowboys are not going to franchise him. Where's he going to likely be to go? And there's only so many destinations in football that'll be landing spots that'll be willing to pay Dak. And if you're going to be willing to pay Dak, you got to be a team that's also at that point truly contending. And then you're not sitting on a young quarterback already in your stable. And so you just get down to a limit number, and he's just doing a little bit of advanced math on that. But then maybe people are running with it from there going, Cowboys are going to bail on this season. So maybe they'll be doing it. No, none of that's going to go down.